Hello everybody, today we're going to look at creating a Vue component that takes a selfie from the web browser. To do this we're going to use the Web Real-Time Communication API, and we're going to set up a video stream from our computer's webcam, and then we're going to capture a still image from that stream and return it to the browser. This one should be a fun one, so let's get started. Okay, let's start by creating a new Vue project, and I'm just going to do Vue create, and I'll just call this Vue Selfie, and that should install for us. And I just want to do the default install. And then we just want to open that up in our IDE. And then we just want to run our server, so we just need to change into our Vue Selfie folder, and then we just write npm run serve. That should start our server for us. And we then just need to go to the browser, localhost 8080, and as you can see we've got our Vue app up and running there. So now what we want to do is we want to go back to our IDE, and if you have a look through our project folders here, you can see that we've got a source folder, and in there we have our app.vue, so this is our main app, our entry point as it were, and then we have a hello world component, and the app.vue is displaying the hello world component. So what we want to do is we want to go to components, and we want to create our own app, new Vue component, and I'm just going to call this one Vue Selfie, like so. And I've got a little bit of a boilerplate here, that's just my IDE adding that for me. And if we just put a little holder in this for a second, and we just call this Vue Selfie. Might as well just put that between two head tags. And then if we come over to app.vue, we can leave pretty much most of this the same, but we're going to want to import Vue Selfie from components Vue Selfie, like so, and then we can register that Vue Selfie, like so, and then all we need to do is delete this bit here, and we can just import Vue Selfie. And if we come back over to the browser, hopefully we should see this refresh, and as you can see we've now got our Vue Selfie component. So our app is correctly serving up the component, and we can now get on with writing the code. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to set up the video stream that we're going to capture our image from. And so to do that, let's go back over to our code and go to our Vue Selfie component, and we're going to want to put in the video tag, like so, and I'll just put stream unavailable. And in order to start a stream inside our video tags, we need to get a reference to the tag itself. So in Vue we can use something called a ref, and we'll just call that video. Now we want to now set a data property called video, which would start out as null. Now when we actually start our component, or our component is mounted, and it's important that it's mounted because that's the point at which video, or the video tags, or in our case the reference to the video tag, becomes available, we can say this dot video equals this refs dot video. So now what we've got is we've got a data property called video that is essentially just a reference to our video tag here. So what we now want to do is we want to create a method, and so let's add in our methods option, and we're just going to call this start capture, which will just start the webcam for us. So what we need to do is we need to type in navigator dot media devices, and then we want to get user media, and that user media is obviously the webcam. And so we just want to pass in a couple of options. One will be video, which is true, and then we don't want the audio, so don't turn the audio on for the webcam, that's false. And this will then return a promise, and we can pass in the stream like so, and then all we then need to do is we need to do this dot video dot source object equals stream. So essentially what we're saying is the source of our video up here, or the reference to our video, is actually going to be this stream. In our case, that's going to be the webcam. And then we just can play that by doing this dot video dot play. And that should now allow us to start capturing from the user's webcam. So to do that, we just want to do that on mounted. So we put this dot start capture like so. And now when this component loads, it should automatically get the user's webcam and then display that in the browser. But before we look at that, let's just quickly put in this catch, just because it's good practice, catch error. And then we just want to do console.log error. And that just means if we do get any issues with trying to get the webcam, we should get an error returned in our developer console. So now if we go over to the browser, we should be able to see my webcam, and yep, there I am. Hello everybody. And now what we're going to want to do is capture an image from this stream. So to capture our image, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to draw a frame from the video to a canvas. So we're going to want to start by creating a canvas, like so. And then we're going to need to put a ref on this canvas so that we can actually access that inside our code. So we're going to do a ref canvas, and just like we did before, and then we just want to put in this dot canvas equals this dot refs dot canvas, and once again that's in the mounted hook because that's when the canvas ref becomes available. And then we can just add that in here, canvas null. So that's nothing you should be unfamiliar with at the minute. And then we don't actually want to display the canvas, so we're just going to put style equals display none. And the reason we don't want to display the canvas is because we're just basically using the canvas as a way to capture a frame from our video, and then we're going to create an image out of the canvas. So we don't actually need to see the canvas, it's just an intermediate step. But before we can copy an image from our video to our canvas, we're going to want to set our canvas dimensions to the same dimensions as our video. And to do that, we can use the canPlay event of the video element. And the canPlay event is basically going to tell us when our stream is ready, or when our webcam is actually recording. So to do that, we can just create a init canvas method, like so. And then we put this dot canvas, and remember that's our reference to the canvas element, dot set attribute. And the first attribute we're going to want to set is width, and the width will be this dot video width, so the width of our video. And then we're going to want to set the height to the height of our video height. And then all we need to do is we can use the canPlay event, and we just then call init canvas. So basically when our video or our webcam is recording, set the dimensions of our canvas to the dimensions of our video. So finally we're just going to want to add a button that actually takes our picture. So take picture, and we need to add a method, and we'll call that take picture. Just tidy that up a little bit. And so for our take picture method, we're going to want to say let context equals this dot canvas dot get context. That will be 2D. And then we want to do context dot draw image, and the image we want to draw will be the frame of our video, so this dot video. And then we just need to set our coordinates, which will be 0, 0, so that's the top left hand corner. And then we just want to set the width, and the width of the image we're taking or drawing will be this dot video width. And we also want to set the height, just change that like that, this dot video height. And then finally we're just going to want to emit that back to the parent, so this dot emit, and we'll call this picture taken. And all we then need to do is basically create an image from our canvas. So that will be this dot canvas dot to data URL, and then we'll just put in our image format. And this will actually send back a base64 encoded image, so we can do whatever we want with that base64 encoded image. So we just, when we click our button, at click, take picture. And I've just noticed down here, this should all be in capital letters. My IDE highlights that in green, so that is this.canvas to data URL, but URL has to be all in capitals. So now we can go over to our parent, which is app.vue, and we can listen for the picture taken event, and that, if we just look back at our component, is the event that we're emitting here. And we're going to want to set a data property, and we'll just call this image source. We'll just set that to null. And then when a picture is taken, we'll set image source to whatever is returned from the event that we've just emitted. So this will just be event, like so. And then we just need to come and create an image, and we'll use vbind. I just use the shorthand here, and that will just be source equals, and it will be image source. And now when we take our picture with our component, it should return the image back, and we can display that in our parent app. So now let's go to our browser and test this out. So if we come back over here and I hit take picture, oh, that's not worked. Let's just have a look in the console, and we've got cannot read property draw image of null. Okay, come back over to view selfie here, and there's draw image, and that should not be a capital D. And let's come back over to the browser, and hopefully it should work this time. There we go. And we've got our selfie taken. That's everything for today. There's still quite a lot of extra stuff you could do with this. You could put CSS filters over it. You could send it to the backend for image editing. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do, then please put a like on it. If you like this channel, then please subscribe, and I will see you next time.